around back there. So, well, there's a teenager back there and he was yammering on about who knows what. So, guess what? First of all, today I'm going to show you guys a thing. How do you get someone's attention? Real easy, making a Photoshop project. And it's so easy, anyone could do this. If you're good at Photoshop, you can do it. If you're bad at Photoshop, you can still do this. So the issue is in advertising, two things. Number one is you have to get people's attention. I'm my nose itching. I don't want to use my fingers because the stuff. Okay, so wait, what? I do not right now. I might want Germix. Do you have Germix? Well, I might in a little bit. I'm doing a thing right now, like where, yeah, you put Germix on your. If your nose itches, you don't like apply Germix to that. No, that's a terrible idea. So, would you mind? Listen, okay. So there's two in advertising. Number one, my kid was asking if I wanted to put Germix on my fingers and scratch my nose, which I do not. Okay, you have to get someone's attention, and B, you have to slide in the message. And it needs to be a pretty good message because once you get their attention, which is not super easy, then you have to have like a good product or good message that they could apply to their lives or whatever. Like, hey, look, now that I have your attention, you want to what? I wasn't counting how many times I said attention. I didn't have a number in mind that I wanted to say the word attention. Would you mind if I complete? Okay, so let me just show you because he's going to yammer on about whatever he's going to yammer on about. I'm just going to I'm going to muscle through. I'm just going to make this happen. Okay, so number one, to get someone's attention, one thing so easy is you could just turn things a direction that we're not used to, or you could make something out of something that is not normally made of, or both. And these people did both. Okay, so look at this. They made piano keys out of not piano keys, but it's so clear that they're making piano keys. That's number one. What a great idea. Got my attention. Number two, they turned it an unexpected direction. Like they so easily could have, let me get on the right layer. For one thing, if I'm rotating something and I'm not holding shift, it'll go whatever direction I tell it. But a lot of times it's not perfectly straight. I'm going to hit Command Z and hold on. There we go. Command Z, go back. If I hit Command Z and hold the shift button, it does only perfect angles. So like 15 degrees, 30 degrees, 45 degrees, and then all up to 90, right? So I know it's perpendicular to the wall or parallel to the ground that way. So hit shift when you rotate something if you want to be like that. But instead of turning it in this way, it was this way. It's just an unexpected thing. That gets my attention. I'm used to seeing things normally. We all are. We're not used to seeing things abnormally. So one idea for you is just show a normal thing from an unusual vantage point, and that gets our attention. So like just for instance, we are used to looking one another in the eye. We're not used to seeing a bird's eye view of another person. So if you want to take a picture of a person, that's great. If you want it to stand out, maybe try to take a picture of a person looking down from a ladder. That's just an unexpected vantage point, right? Unexpected direction. This one got my attention. I see so many movie posters and I scroll through them without giving them much thought. This is not a perfect movie poster. Why are you hammering so loudly on the mouse? You click it. There's a reason why we call it a click. So y'all are hearing this, right? Like I don't. You can't see him because his head is like kind of ducked down below the desk. But like he's back there. Yeah, he like this. I don't know. Okay. So anyway, this got my attention just because A, it's super close up, and B, again, it's a different direction. So whenever you have a picture of a person's face, the temptation is to show their entire face in the frame. That's what we're used to. When we take a picture, with your, oh boy, with your phone or something, you typically have an entire face in there, right? But to get somebody's attention, you could crop in super close. So like, even if this weren't sideways, what is this? What is this? What did you search for to find that? So I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man. Is just it sounds like a giant mouse eating or something. Sounds like a gnawing noise. It's so unnecessarily loud. If you zoom in super close, that alone might get someone's attention. We're used to seeing eyes. We're not used to seeing eyes up this close. But then if you double that, compound that with like, oh, this is an unusual direction, that'll get people's attention just because it's different, right? So here's one. I have no idea what this says. This poster got my attention. For one thing, it's vertical, which that may be the way that the language is written. I don't know. It may be that they're right to left to right, but they did this vertically. I liked just how it lined up with the picture. I don't know. I just like the way they lined it up. So this one got my attention. Again, I have no idea what it says. It's in another language, but it got my attention because the world is sideways. You know, it's a unique vantage point. And so if you did make one of these in English, you've got my attention now. Just make sure the message is clear so that I can potentially be on board with what you're trying to do. So if you're trying to get me to visit a particular city, you got my attention. Just make it a simple message that is something I want to hear now. I'm listening. Just give me a good message, right? Here's one that has diagonal. You don't have to do things perpendicular or parallel necessarily to the floor wall. You could do things diagonal. One thing that's kind of important is you don't do one, if you're going to do something like this where it's all diagonal, don't do just one layer and then rotate that and then do another layer and rotate that and try to fit the first layer and do a third layer and then rotate that to try to fit the other two. It's too hard. It's too hard to fit the right angle. Just design everything, get it all done, and then link all the layers together and rotate them all at once. Does that make sense? And that way they all rotate together. So, okay, don't do this, rotate it. Do another thing. Can you see I'm going to stop sharing the screen so you can see this. Okay, if you're doing multiple layers, don't do this and rotate it. And then make another thing and rotate that to be the right angle. And then do a third thing and rotate that to be the right angle. Don't do that. Just make everything, it'll all be like this or this, you know, up and down or sideways. And then you rotate it all at once at any angle. Okay. And then what another one, here's another example for you, is I love this. Look at this. It's all a different direction, but you're so distracting. I cannot tell you how distracting you are. I give you 8 bads. 8 units of measurement of bad. 8 bads. All to you, sir. Look at this. It's 2-dimensional, 3-dimensional. Again, you know, just do them all at once and then rotate them together. But man, that's just cool. That got my attention. I don't know why they didn't put a date or time of the poster exhibition. Maybe this is a poster once you get to the poster exhibition. But if it's not, it's important. Like, man, when you get people's attention, you gotta fish on the hook. You gotta pull, right? So, like, assuming that this is the poster you see at the poster exhibition, you made it. Here you are. That's fine. Otherwise, you got to tell them, man, here's when it is, here's where it is, here's contact information, here's the website to visit, things like that. So that, you know, when the fish is on the line, you got to utilize it, get that message in. Okay, here's another diagonal. Here's another diagonal. Just, you know, different examples. Here's the type is diagonal. These things get people's attention just because that's the same one we did earlier. Just because they're different. This one, just the stripes are diagonal. So anyway, that's probably, here's some professional ones you may have seen. the stripes and the text is all the same, the same angle. And here's one, diagonal, diagonal, diagonal. You get the point. Different vantage points. So another thing you could potentially do is we're all used to seeing. I've seen people do this. We're used to seeing guitars at the same angle. You see it flat. I've seen some people do it where, like, okay, if here's the body of the guitar and here's the head of the guitar, where it's just got so the twisty things. They'll take this picture. Let me unshare the screen with you so that you can see what. Okay, here's the body of the guitar. Here's the thing where, oh, let me tune my guitar. That right. Some people would take a picture where it's like this angle of a guitar. That gets people's attention. You see what I'm saying? So if you want to take a picture of someone, maybe rather than just like pointing, maybe they're like pointing. Like this might get someone's attention. Take a picture right here. And it's just a unique vantage point. Or you could like get down and look up at something, get up and get down on the ground, look up at a tree. Do different vantage points and just rotate things, rotate your words, rotate your image, different directions. Again, that's just to get their attention. Once you do get their attention, then you have to take advantage of it with like a good message. Okay, this one has been we've been off the rails, and so I'm going to quit. But y'all have a good one. If I can help out with something, y'all just let me know. I'll talk to y'all later.